If you watched me open the B case black box a few weeks ago, I think it was a few weeks ago, um, you saw how excited I was when I pulled out this Volvo P1800 gasser. I hadn't seen this casting before, and I love how this thing looks. And I decided I wanted to tweak it because that's what I do. I just can't leave things well enough alone. So, because that's the hobby for me, is customizing and tweaking these things. I don't just collect regular castings. I don't collect in that way. I like finding things to mess with. And so I just had to mess around with this one. Now, when we get to the end, you may or may not like what I did to this. Heck, I'm not even sure I like what I did to this, but I had to do it. So I wanted to do a wheel swap because I just don't like the wheels. And so I went to one of the sets of Real Riders. I think it was set 4. I don't remember off the top of my head. I hopefully will flip the box here in a second. um, but anyhow, I started going off with the large rears being the stock car wheels and the fronts being the 12-spoke drags, the little skinnies. And so that's what I threw on there, as you see here. And I just wasn't happy with it. They were too small. They were too skinny, too small, just not right. Love the back tires. Love those Real Rider stock cars on the back. And so I thought, okay, let's just, I threw those aside. Let's just go with the front set of those same wheels. The Real Rider stock car set, the ones at the top right, if you're looking at that set of 6 on the back of the box, those are the ones I decided to try. Pop those out of there. Yep, pop those out of there. Threw these in. Obviously, the axles are too long. And I'll shorten them later. I don't remember if I shortened them on camera or not, to be honest with you, but I did shorten them, and I used just a little strip of axle tube and cut a little tiny piece and glue it in place. But here you see me test fitting these, and I really like this look. Yeah, they're fat, and I know some of you aren't going to like that, but too bad. It's my car, and I like those fat wheels on the front. So I decided to go with those. So that test fitting was out of the way. Use the dry erase marker to get rid of the tampos that were already on here. And so what I end up doing, I get rid of the Hot Wheels tampo, get rid of the door logos, got rid of the molding strips. So I got rid of all of that. I did leave the silver on the sides, the large silver by the sides of the engine. Anyhow, went with a set of decals from Second Chance Red Lines, the 55 Chevy Poison Ivy gasser. They're designed, I believe, for a white casting. And this one's obviously green because I'm just tweaking this a little. I'm not repainting it or anything. So I was a little concerned how this green was going to turn out against the green, particularly on the vines. I thought the top turned out fine. So there you see it after I've applied the decals and after I've clear coated it with the Worth Gloss Clear Lacquer that you've seen me use several times. And I was an idiot. I forgot to drill it first. And there's nothing more nerve-wracking or difficult in a way than drilling these things out after they're painted, after they're clear coated, after you've put decals on it. It would have been nerve-wracking enough not wanting to screw up the original factory paint, drilling it out early on in the process. But waiting until after I had the decals on. I realized it right after I had all the decals on. And I thought, well, there's no way I'm drilling it without something protecting the decals. So that's why I put the clear coat on first, let that dry completely, and then drilled it out. I did use silver Sharpie on the back tail lights, and then I went over that with the Tamiya clear red. I left the original silver from the headlights, and I just went over it with the micro crystal clear here to give it a little bit more of a headlight look. And the final thing I was going to do is the Citadel contrast black Templar paint. And you saw me shaking it again there. You have to shake the hell out of this stuff. And it's best to have a mixing ball in it. Think of this as falling somewhere between Nuln Oil and black paint. It's thinner than regular paint, but it's thicker than Nuln Oil. You get a more solid look than Nuln Oil. So that's all I did to it. Didn't do a whole hell of a lot. Didn't plan to. I just wanted to tweak it a little. So there you see where we started out. It did have kind of an error on the front wheel there. It wasn't completely chrome. And you're going to see some still shots of the end result here. And I hope you like this. The reason there isn't a turntable shot is the turntable looked like crap. For some reason, the lighting on the turntable just wasn't really making this look worth a darn. It was kind of like this look here, but all the way around. It wasn't flattering. So I thought, I'm going to go with the stills only. It gives you a better idea of what this looks like. And see, it turned out, I think, pretty well. I hope you like the changes I made to it. I had fun. It was quick and easy. Everybody, thanks for watching. Stay safe and healthy out there. And I'll catch you in the next one.